Bonafide Hustler here, and I got a lot of cool things here on the floor that I want to show you. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris the Bonafide Hustler comes to you live from the inside of my garage. We got a lot of cool things that came from thrift stores, garage sales, stuff like that. Can't wait to show you guys these things because they got to get boxed up. So let's not take up too much time. Follow me on Instagram at the Bonafide Hustler, and you can get this free money-making guide. It's the first link down below. Go check it out. It'll teach you 50 items that I buy and resell and I make money on. Okay, so these items came from garage sales and thrift stores and Facebook Marketplace. I'm looking at the best item. When it's over there, that'll be the last item I show you. Let's flip the camera around and show you some cool things to look out for. Last weekend, and yes, I'm still vlogging, but I'm just not picking up the camera on the weekends. But yeah, I decided to make this video right now. So for around 15, maybe 20 bucks, got into these from a garage sale. These are Hoka One trail running shoes, and they are trail running because you can see the bottom is a little bit more aggressive style. So pretty neat, very good condition, as we can see. And so these are actually the Mafate Speed 3s resale, probably around 80 to 100 on that, and 80 to 100 on this one because the color is actually super desirable. And this is a Stinson ATR 6, really nice shoe, very, very desirable kind of stuff. Hoka is definitely on the up and up when it comes to running shoes now. Over there in the distance, we have a Bluetooth Kinetic kind of bike trainer, right? And you can see the Bluetooth piece like right there. So not a bad find for 15 bucks, should sell for 80 locally, something like that. Don't know if this ended up in vlogs, but this is some of my girlfriend's finds. We have an Orvis hat. This came from Bins, so this is probably $1. But it's an interesting little hat. It looks kind of smushed. That's just the way they are. It's a baseball cap, all leather, Orvis. Pretty interesting. At a garage sale, $5, not even lying. We have this wax canvas or cotton Orvis jacket. It's like a hunting jacket. So that's nice, like a field style jacket. Very good condition, very desirable color, probably worth around 130 to about 150 bucks. As you can see, the condition is just fantastic. And also, when she was at the Bins last week, one of the very first finds that she found was this awesome Coach bag that's probably going to sell for around $300 to $400. And I bet you she only paid like $3 to $5 at the Bins for it. But this is one of the very first things she found. It is an actual authentic Coach bag. It's like a weekender style. So pretty cool, very desirable. It's one of 4 colors, I believe, that they made in that time frame. It could be a 90s bag, but it's just gorgeous. But yeah, look for stuff like this. I can't believe this was in a Bins kind of setup. Like I said, it'll probably sell for like $300 to $400. As I was garage selling a couple weeks ago, these were $1 a piece. Decided to get into them. I think that they're probably going to sell for 20 or 30 each at the booth, and maybe together on eBay for around 60 to 100 bucks. But these are actual vintage. I think they're called Disney Specialties or something like that. Some weird kind of name. Character Fashions. Sorry, I was way off, guys. But this is the Goofy. This is the Mickey one. Speculated to be 1990s to maybe early 2000s hats that you got at the theme parks. Nothing super crazy, but also something pretty cool. For $1, had to pop on it. Last weekend for $5, got this Pen Pier reel. I think it's pretty much a Senator type reel. This actually made it in, I think, high ticket items to $1, if I'm not mistaken, the Penn Senator reels. Not a bad kind of setup. It's probably going to sell between 50 and 100 bucks. Pretty cool. And then when you do crank it and you flip the switch and everything, you know, it's all working. Switch is working, which is nice. And then also when you crank it, you know, the actual guide, the line guide is moving back and forth. So that's pretty nice. Anyway, it's not something you see every single day at a garage sale, but for $5, I'm going to get into this for sure. At a Goodwill, I think these were like 10 bucks. These are actually Bedrock sandals, right? I actually posted about these in Shoes to Bucks many years ago. But these are really awesome sandals. If you're thinking like, oh, cool, kind of like Chacos, I would honestly say even more desirable than Chacos, but very hard to find. But these are Bedrock sandals. Now, this is a size that's, you know, a little bit harder to flip, but I decided to get into them anyway for, I think I could sell them for around 60 to like 80 bucks. Just paid 10 bucks for them, and here's the underside to them. Looks really good. And if you're looking at Bedrock sandals, which are very goofy looking, they almost look like something you would find at like a beach type store. They look so cheap, but they're actually very desirable. And I believe they're designed in Colorado, if I'm not mistaken, or one of those states out there. If you want to figure out where the size is of these things, it's in these tiny little things right here. So yeah, not something you would ever suspect the sizing to be on the side. You expect a little tag or something like that, but that's not the case on these things. But yeah, Bedrock. Check out this brand, look for them. For around $2 at a garage sale, this is kind of cool. This is a Treasure River gold shirt right here, single stitch sleeve, tie-dye, probably worth around 50 to 80 bucks. It is my size, I might keep it, work out in it, something like that, but this is really neat. I mean, it is printed by the Mountain, which still makes shirts to these days, but this is one of the more desirable kind of like, you know, Navajo or kind of print. I don't know what the real terms, I'm gonna figure it out, but like I said, that's only if I decide to sell it. Really nice shirt. Back is just tie-dye, front, this really cool design. I really like it a lot. I'll probably end up shaving the sleeves off, but for $2 at a garage sale, I'll keep it for my personal kind of t-shirt collection. But just rest assured, you could put this on eBay for around 50 to 70 bucks and it would sell pretty quickly. Okay, so the best find, I'm gonna leave it for last. This is a little bit of a shorter video because I have 2 more vlogs or videos to edit after this, and they have to do with a little bit more like my antique mall. So in the next 2 videos that you'll see after, I actually go through 2 antique mall checks and the items that I bought and resold behind the money behind the checks. So it's kind of cool. And you get to get a glimpse of what sells in my antique booth. Maybe you'll decide to get into a booth kind of setup yourself in your own hometown. So that's the next 2 videos coming up. So this one's a little bit on the shorter side, but here's the last find. It's super cool. 175 bucks last week. And I found this really late at night. And I told the lady, like, I'm totally game for the money, 175 bucks cash. Can I pick it up tomorrow morning? Because I wanted to pick it up at the nighttime, but you don't want to be that creeper that's like, I want to come meet you at a gas station at like 11 o'clock at night. So I figured best thing to do, show up first thing in the morning. And this is what I got for 175 bucks. It is a really good deal. And I do believe I could sell it for around a G or $1,200, something around there. Okay. And it's this Trek awesome 3.1 Madone road bike, as you can see. And the craziest part about it is it came with carbon wheels. So it's a carbon fiber bike. Anytime that you see the Madone, it's usually a carbon fiber road bike. So everything is really, really light on these things. You can hear that. And even on the wheels too, carbon fiber. So things that are like steel or aluminum, different kind of noise, carbon fiber, always gonna make that kind of like hollow kind of sound, you know? So really nice road bike. It's running 105 kind of shifters. If you're into road biking, you kind of know what I'm talking about right there, 105. And we can look at the actual rear cassette. Look how nice and shiny that is. The person that had this bike did not really ride it that much. I mean, in fact, the saddle alone on this bike is like 150 bucks. So it kind of shows you the money that someone would spend to acquire this kind of bike. You know, I don't even think it came with these wheels either. So this was like an upgrade. The upgrade alone to get these wheels on the bike is somewhere between, you know, $500 to $1,000. So they probably bought the road bike for like, you know, 1,500 bucks. And then they put these wheels and these tires on there, you know, spent a bunch more money. And I don't know how I got it for 175 bucks, but it was a daughter selling it for the father or something like that. I don't know. Either way, what a great find. You know, it's a small frame Trek with awesome, awesome wheels, you know. Not something you see every day. I really tried to pounce really fast on it. Thank God the person decided to keep it for me, you know, overnight. Because, like I said, this is one of the better bike flips I'll be having this year. But yeah, what a cool find. What do you think? Let me know. It's good to be back. I mean, look, I've been hustling the entire time. Now, whether I pick up the camera, that's a different story. I'd love to get back into it. I just got to get into like a flow type thing, you know? But yeah, I mean, cool finds. Just got to get this stuff boxed up because you know how I like my inventory. I like it to be where it needs to be. So when it sells, I'm not hunting around for a box or anything like that. That's why I decided to make this video. If you enjoy it, put a comment down below. I don't care what the comment is. Just put a comment down below and stay tuned for the next 2 videos, which are about the antique booth and the cool things that sold at the booth. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Goodbye.